It's doing all the things it should be doing. Morning, everybody. My name's Daniel. This is Grounded, and we're going to go to the Undershed today. I'm just going to put some background music on for myself, just so I've got something ticking away in the background that you guys can't hear. And I'm also aware that I've got an alarm that's going to go off in a minute. And my phone was in my pocket, so... So yeah, we're going to go to the Undershed today. I want to get that done. Oh, there's a Shannon already. I thought you should be sleeping. I was providing you with some entertainment for your night shift. Anywho, we have burnout. This was the whole thing I was trying to sort out at the end of last episode. I really need to put a door here. And yeah, we now have burr here, which is really helpful, because now I can harvest burr down here instead of having to go all the way up to the top of the garden and grab it from there. There are more burr plants around, it's just this is the nearest one. And the burr balls are really annoying. So you've nearly finished your night shift. That's why you're still awake. That's good. That's a long shift. Door. Sure, that's gonna look pretty great in a minute. Just leave that in there and I'll deal with it. Never. In there. In there, and then we shall head up to the Undershed. I think I've got everything I need. Got healing stuff. Probably could do with some more health on some of my things, but we don't need to worry about things breaking. I have water. And we got that one.
I don't have a death wish!
I don't know what I did, but there's now burr plants everywhere. They weren't here last week. All I've done, I think, is just sleep one more time. Might be that it takes like a couple of days for it to kick in. Yeah, once you've turned the haze off. So there's not actually that much more to do outside of a couple of main missions. We're basically complete. I've just got to get myself together and actually get some fortifications up around the Java-matic and the rest of the mixers. That might be my overall task for off-camera today. Just get that done, so that it's ready to rock and roll. And potentially next time I'll actually do the Java-matic, technically finish the game, so that I've got the bad ending recorded. Oh, yeah, burr. Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Science!
By which I mean, somehow I have never seen this screen. for extra space, I don't need zipline stuff. You know, sometimes I'm an idiot. And I make weapons, like this brand new dagger that's just sat in my inventory. And don't upgrade it. Yeah. I thought that was a... I thought I had the other dagger in my inventory when I saw it earlier. Turns out I don't. Anywho. Right, the Undershed lives up here. And apparently I opened the door last time we were here. Which probably means I got all the things I needed to get from in here at the same time. I'm going to throw that on.
Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
So I can keep my shield up. And welcome to the Undershed. There is so much stuff in here. I probably won't bother trying to get everything. I'm also aware that it is going to be quite hard for you to see some of it at the same time, so... Yeah, you've got probably pulleys, and you've got ox beetles over there, and then you've got a termite that wants to eat me. Yeah, it's a fun place in here. Turn that off.
Raw science storage of this magnitude is tricky. It's imperative to keep it cool and out of the sun. Luckily, this crawl space is the perfect environment for both. Once the lab is complete, I can begin my trials of direct raw science infusion. I must know whether this byproduct particle originates from the subject or the process, as I originally assumed. The only way to know for sure is to infuse myself with, variable doses. Dangerous? Right. But it must be done, or I am doomed.
Science.
If I can replenish these rogue particles in my body, perhaps I can finally reverse this raisinification.
Grab that particular tooth just because I could. That's why I wasn't too worried about the lymph falling down, because it will sit down here somewhere normally. I feel like more fell down, but I don't have a salty on. If I do, it's not equipped as a hotbar. Yeah, not equipped on my hotbar. So I haven't got one physically here. Probably wanted to make a spear just for them specifically, but Didn't mean to push a button. So, we're going to go back down to the floor in a minute and actually do the undershed, but we're going to end up popping into that pipe in a second. We actually want to end up kind of over there. Just wanted to get some bits that were high whilst we were up here. It's going to cause us some problems when I land, probably, because it's bound to be something nasty that wants to eat my face. Kind of aware that I'm probably going to end up filling my inventory up. Definitely drop more in than that. Which means you probably end up rolling further away than I think you did. There you are.
I've been poisoned!
That wolf spider is probably the only real danger that's up here, apart from the 2 ox beetles. If the 2 ox beetles go after you, so you don't need to actually engage the roly-polies unless you really want to. No. How will they take this? This is the other reason why I'll probably end up filling my inventory up, because there's a lot of upgrade rocks down here. Over here. I'll pop on there. I'll pop on there. Go this way this time. Leave that raw science there because it's just raw science. I'm gonna go over here. From here, I want to go forward, but if you equip Natural Explorer. Time this right, we should be able to glide over to there without any problems. And then same there. dealt with the annoying creatures. See some twinkling.
Taking a look keeps a new one.
It's a great little place just to guarantee a handful of twinkling shells. I would love to say that I found this spot, but I didn't. What's a space like in our... Yeah, we should be okay. It says... Oh, that's what that tooth is. There's a little trench directly below us. If you run up through that pipe to the very end, you should get a gold milk molar at the end of it. I'm not going to bother going up there for a minute. I'm definitely going to have to come back here at some point. Should be a tooth. Just there. If you fall in here and go that way, there's about 8 or 9 of the large orb weavers just in that trench. It's not a death sentence if you're in the trench at this point, but you might not want to go down there unless you're kind of ready for it. Be prepared to just fight a lot. Mining. You are definitely not in the right place, that'll be. Then you got a rock there, and for some reason some ant eggs. It's more ant eggs. This one. Our next task to get to is that hole. But we're going to go a different way. I'll come back and get these bits when I'm ready. Say that will fill my inventory. Parkour in the dark to get out of this trench. Outside. Where do I want to go from here? Do I want to go this way? Let's get to the sounds like another wolf spider. There's only one in here, but no. Get the life out of me. That sounds like an ox beetle. Getting out of here is it's real fun if you try and come this way. And to
This is a lot easier than lab.
land on all the sticks and things without mosquitoes attacking you. I wouldn't recommend falling in this water. There's a lot of spiny
Taking
fleas.
a look around.
And I know they're not exactly hard to kill, but I've kind of mentioned it before. 1 is not a problem. 25 can start to drain your health quite quickly, especially as you're underwater, because you can't swing quite as fast as you would like. We're going to need that in a minute. I feel like it's fairly light in there.
Putting on some more armor.
Could just try and run past it, but
Not feeling good at all. Poison! Grab!
this should be easier, but maybe not. Something tells me my timing is way off today.
I need an antidote!
Leave me alone. Why am I here?
The eyes. They are always watching. The backyard is watching.
Probably directly above that field station, which is silly.
I'd eat this normally.
Apparently that wasn't blocked when I did that part of it. Okay.
Don't look down! Don't look down!
So apparently, Black Widows are quite difficult to kill. This might help, using this mutation slot as something that isn't that. Why is that even equipped? That should be equipped. Let's get into the... Let's get back into the shed. I thought the field station was going to drop me off at the one that's in the Undershed, which is why I said go to the field station. But yeah, that's the nearest field station would have been there. That's annoying. I want to kill the Black Widow because there is a tooth in the corner for her little... Yeah, there's a tooth in her little den. So far away. I think the game really wants me to make a gill tube. Can't think what would make it want to do that. I hate it when it does that as well, where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to just rearrange your entire...
I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
Yeah, I'm gonna need... No.
Better safe than
That's what
sorry.
See you in a second. Go and get our bag again. Go for round 2 with the Black Widow. 42. Let's see if we can get down there without being harassed again. So what I don't want to do is fall in the water. The annoying thing about doing this again is all of her health has come back. Let's take that. Use that in a minute. Don't need that. That from the little ones. Sure, we'll take that for the poison damage. If needs be, I can throw that one instead. Let's try this again.
I need to get an antidote. This stuff's burning me up. Walk into a spider web. Poison traps.
Apparently with the right mutations kind of equipped and actually planning it out and paying a bit more attention, sometimes it's just easier just to do it like that rather than just going with your everyday stuff that you're walking around with and wondering why you keep dying. Apparently I'm I'm not
Putting
very
on
smart
some more
sometimes.
armor.
Where did my bag go? How much space do I have left? Oh, I'm full. Sweet. Now at least I can use the other one. The Widow Lings are weak to sour, to spicy, which makes that not
This
more
stuff's
annoying,
burning me
but
up.
the adult is weak to sour, so you can't really have sour and spice on the same weapon. Oh, that's annoying. One singular piece taking up a space.
Oh, pretty good. I need to get an antidote. Oh, great. Another science lab.
That was downstairs, I think, the lab I'm looking for. Oh, I need to go and empty my inventory, which means getting back across the we want to be over there to get back out. How did I get over there again? There's a whole other piece of
Science.
Nothing like a little science, as I like to say. Oh, this stuff's burning me up.
Of course, you're using venom rather than poison. Sure, let's just eat that piece of food. I don't need this right now, but I will need it in the future. Take another 2.
Oh, I'm stuck in this web.
That for that. Because I can grab this raw science whilst we're here.
Science.
might be able to glide over into that, but I don't think I can. Would have never made that anyway. Somewhere down here. He had it there. The hole there. Which is the hole I showed you guys earlier. Now you get to watch me do parkour in the dark and hope and pray that I don't fall. So I can get out of here. There's a whole load of people down here. Should you need it. I don't like parkour. It's really annoying. Especially when things like that happen. Work out how I got over to where I did. Let's try this again. I'm going to take Natural Explorer off. Walking faster, and your sprint then becomes faster. Which is great for certain jumps, but other jumps it is annoying. Cool, just don't activate the thing. Great. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, as I said, it's not fun coming out this way. Annoyingly, if you have the if you have a load of the items that are in here that you want to get out, that makes it even more annoying. Obviously there's quartzite, there's marble, widow fang bits and pieces. tree, I think. Nice. Should be able to run across here, run over the screwdriver. Then put this on the correct side of that little gap. If there was a way to get out of this tube, I would go through that tube, grab the milk molar, but you have to come all the way back again. Whilst we're here, and I have a single slot taken up by one lint, I may as well grab these couple of lints again. Got a little bit of time on the Black Widow coming back, so not too fussed about that. Yeah, I think that tooth is like literally there. Luckily I've got at least a little storage box up here where I can drop some stuff off. At some point I'm going to make a little base up here, but yeah, not got to that yet. It's actually quite a helpful spot. I know me and Shannon have used the spot a lot. Certainly recently, anyway. Don't think I'm going to pick up any more of that. Don't think there's any more wolf spiders in there. No more of those in there. Those are 2 full stacks anyway. No more widow spiders, he says. Might be small upgrade rocks. Let's just leave them in there. Likely to pick some more of them up. It's annoying that you can't actually build inside the shed. I could put a couple of chests up at the top there, just run back, drop it off, and then just unload it. But that's kind of the nearest safe spot you can build. I was going to try and build across to get to that first milk molar without knowing how to get to that milk molar. But you can't actually build anything kind of here. Okay. Get back down to the black spawn point. It's the very large amount of wallpapers. Still chasing me. Yep. It's great fun just finding things randomly in the dark that you weren't expecting to find. Hopefully this time I don't need to do this annoying parkour. I kind of realised now that I probably could have gone a slightly different way back. But hey, what's the fun of making my life easy? I'd love to have made a zip line from one side of this to the other, just to zip line across to save the time, but so annoyingly you can't actually build anything in here. Again, you could have had like a buff to Black Widows. Okay, the actual Undershed lab. We can now do the Undershed lab. I don't need my...
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I don't need the torch on in here now. Just grab that over here.
Defeat. Failure. Countless infusions. Countless migraines. I'm so shriveled now, I can barely walk. And the true origin of raw science? An enigma. A mystery box with no lid. I don't think I have much longer. It is hard to think straight. I am so tired. I have only one option that remains. One last toss of the proverbial dice. Commence Project Mant.
That now opens that other door that I showed you that was closed. I feel like, yeah, there's...
Project Mant is nearing completion. The first good news in as long as I can remember. Perhaps my previous failures have all led to this point. Wendepunkt, my defining moment. This new body will allow me to continue my research. I've created a super scientist. My checklist is complete. Consciousness transfer procedures will now begin. What's this? Brainwave functions are spiking. Impossible. Blasted hominid tech! Turn it off! Turn it off! Note to self. Check soldering on the relay diodes of the neural displacer. Again. Yes! Again!
Is that all of the collectibles for down in here? I feel like it should be. No. That must mean I got a couple more I already missed.
I don't think insects are supposed to sound like that.
No, they're not.
What is that?
That's our next fun boss to try and take out. Okay. Stick you over and stick you over. I'm not going to be able to see one. To find the spot. Roll in.
Science.
Scientists make this look harder than it is.
Remind me again.
Let's see. A new one found.
Stabbing, fresh, slashing. Which is annoying because I have a slashing spicy and I have a chopping fresh and I think the slashing sour is probably the best way I'm going to do this. Let's make sure that I've got mutations on that are actually going to help me. Yes. There's nothing you can steal from this as far as I'm aware, so let's throw some bombs just for the fun of it. That will help out poison damage, that will potentially stun you, probably not. There's no poison damage in this fight, so let's throw hyper stamina on, so I've got more stamina. All these things make sense to me. Let's pop one of those before we go in. That's not the place you want to be when he does that. tell I'm concentrating. Now that door's open. So nice doing boss fights on the first time you do it. Does give you an idea of how the kind of difficulties kind of jump up. The Black Widow, you know, standard enemy, farmable. Technically a boss level creature, and walk straight through it, no problems.
You may have defeated my Mant, but you and your eminent paymasters will never get their hands on the embiggening cocktail. I'll take that secret to my grave. To my grave! The watched becomes the watcher. How does it...
What? No! How can this be? Where is the override? Well, here I am. You're not who I expected. I thought you were agents of Ominent. Come for me at last. How should I know what guise Schmechter's agents would come shrouded in? The subterfuges of your ilk know no limits. Still, you do seem a bit young to be in the employ of Ominent. Oh, what have I done? It may have been Schmechter and his corporate goons that pulled the switch, but it is still my invention and my responsibility. To think that you have been caught up in all of this. Your children, not much older than my Sarah or Thor. Oh, what has become of me? Threatening death to children. But also, what are you doing here? Well, that's fair. I have no doubt terrible things have brought you here. Terrible things that are undoubtedly my fault. I never meant to hurt anyone. I don't deserve it, but I hope one day you can forgive me. Speaking of forgiveness, please excuse my shriveled appearance. This blasted reasoning has taken its toll on my body. My support pod is the only thing keeping me from drying out completely. Like the grape set out in the sun, the body shrivels, withers, desiccates, becoming a husk of what was once a living being. In essence, what you see here before you, in all its unholy glory, the withered man. Well, if you will allow me to check your scabby. You've been in the yard for months. You should be well raisoned by now. Nothing in my research has shown that there is any immunity to it, and yet here you are. Perhaps it is that your youthful bodies are more resistant than others. Likely, this is why Ominent was experimenting on children to begin with. Which means, did Schmechter find a cure? Damn! As much as I loathe the man, I must admit that Schmechter is brilliant in his own way, though his methods can be quite distasteful. We cannot rule out the possibility that he has done it. Could that mean there is hope for me? When the reasoning became too much, I realized I had to find a cure before it was too late. I hid here, away from the eyes. So many prying eyes. Ominent has always wanted to steal my work. They would never admit its worth and greatness, and yet they would always take it. Especially Schmechter. I have made many mistakes in my life. Countless, really. But one that I will never make again is to allow my discoveries to fall into the hands of that corporation. If I must die for it, so be it. Home. Oh, yes, of course. Home. Your parents must be worried. So very worried. The process is not difficult. You will simply need to brew an embiggening cocktail at the Java-matic machine. The embiggening process is extremely taxing on living subjects. You'll need enough nutrients and proteins to survive the expansion to your original size. We use the embiggening cell to regulate this expansion by way of the secret cocktail. The ingredients in the cocktail, like the keratin in toenails, fortify the skeletal structure as it grows. Unfortunately, there is this small issue of overexpansion. If the subject grows too quickly, they are prone to overexpansion, or in layman's terms, they explode. To counter this, sustained infusions of carbon dioxide gas must be added to the mixture. Fortunately, I found a secret ingredient that works perfectly in this regard. Grilled science. Grilled science! Raw science represents the essence of ingenuity, but thrown over the coals of fire, it is tempered by flame, tamed by Burgle's spatula, and emerges as something greater, plump and juicy. Grilled science. It reminds me of the barbecues we once had in our backyard. Oh, Trudy, Sarah, Thor. The last of the grilled science is in the refrigerated storage room over there.
I apologize for all the talking. Just so you know, when you come in here, there is a whole load of food items in here. I'm not going to grab it now, mostly because I don't have a fridge. And that noise you can hear, that's Wendell. It's thoroughly annoying, so I'm going to do the next bit of conversation. And when I can leave him somewhere that's away from base, that's where I'm going to leave him until I need him again.
Are you ready to go? We'll need some grilled science. Good. Good. Then we have everything we need to proceed. I promise I will get you home. I may have failed my own children, but I will not fail you. Oh, from the mouths of babes. Yes, you may be right. It might not be too late for me. But what is most important is getting you home. We need to head to the Java-matic machine in the upper yard. There we can blend the embiggening cocktail needed to run the spacer safely. I'm opening the back door for you. I will follow close.
light. Burn back the shadows and turn away the inky depths of the night.
Don't miss that statue. Wow. Get in there. Yeah, so that gives you Rascal Rogue number 2 if you've got all the other
Everything looks good from
statues at that
here.
point. Now we have the fun-filled task of releasing these creatures into the yard. Where did he go?
Taking a look around.
So, the only difference between a normal creature and the orc ones looks like sour. Fire ants are normally weak to fresh, but because they're part robot, might have a chance to. Yeah. They're orc receivers on top, which makes them part robot, so that's part of the reason why they're weak to sour. I don't know why sour would. That makes some sense. So I just worked it out. It's basically acid. They're off. Probably should have gone to sleep up by the logs. But it'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna raise you a goodbye. Luckily, Wendell can't actually die. So he can just take all the aggro. It's basically what I do with Shannon when she's online. I run ahead, and then Shannon's behind me just killing stuff. Keep saying to her that if I, all I've got to do is outrun her. It's not a problem. So much running around. So the next main task mission thing I need to do is complete the Java-matic. That is not a fun thing to be doing. However, I'm aware there's a bit of a conversation coming up. off some bits over here. In fact, I should have probably gone over and got the bits I needed from the from home. Cool, there is so much here. Let's take that back with us.
I concur.
Yeah. Thank you. You know what? You know what? Oh, that's so much faster. We're not going to do the Java-Matic today, but I want to do the bit before the Java-Matic so that I can build the fortifications I want to build around the outside. The key to doing that last sort of mission is it's not defeating all the enemies, it's just slowing them down enough to not damage the Java-Matic.
Oh my god!
I'm definitely not prepared enough for it. For the amount of bricks I'm going to need. And I think that's what I'll do the next episode, which will be quite nice because it'll be an even 10 episodes then. So I can do the Java-Matic and complete the game. But then, hopefully it will be a case of the... I have so much more to do still, so it will only give me 70-80%. What else is on me? Got some stuff in there. Nice. Shells are going to be in there because they're not identified yet. Nope. Yep. You get to live in there, and that goes in there too. That gets to go in there for a minute. Observing people will notice I've got a whole load of boss fight food ready to go. I need some more brew other bits for the kebabs for the so I should probably do a couple more of these off camera ready for these two fights. And then I've got to do the dreaded fight.
That's not so bad.
It's not going to be fun. I hate this game sometimes. What do you do? I am 99% confident that I had 5 of everything, specifically upstairs, for this purpose. Because I knew I needed 5 of everything for the embiggening cocktail. And I could have sworn I had it. I must have used some berry leather for something, and it's taken 3 from here. For whatever reason. So yeah, you need 5 of each of those ingredients. I will check this, because last time I grabbed something completely different. Yes, we can make it bigger. If there was a way to add aphid slippers to the aphid, so that the aphid could run faster. Probably need to find out at some point is if I add the quickness and then the quickness on something else. So I could put Aphis Zippers plus Natural Explorer on. Plus whatever other things can give me that as well. That was annoying. I'm purposely going to leave it like this as well, so you can see the cutscene in it makes a bit more sense.
Doubt that makes espresso.
There, you will require a bomb. Which is why I always carry bombs on me now. Where? See that go bang. That's some noise.
Eureka! I've always wanted to say that.
The embiggening cell is in
What's up
place.
there?
We're almost ready to commence brewing.
And then, annoyingly, you have to place all of the ingredients in here at the same time. You can't just put the berry leather, come back and put the koi scales in. You have to put it all in at the same time.
The mixture seems right. Well done. Perhaps you could get a job at the Gitten Jet as a barista. Assuming all goes to plan, of course. And
Science.
you're old enough to comply with any labor laws.
Science.
Somewhere in a moment is a conversation with Wendell. Opens up a lab directly below us.
It looks like there are still a few bugs left in the system. We'll need to get down there and repair those mixer modules. I will show you the way.
Yeah, when you've got any defences up around that cutscene, it shows you all the defenses you have, and it's like, how did the ant get there to break it? There's a wall in the way. Oh, wow. Two. Do I have a repair tool on me? I do have a repair tool.
I don't have a death wish!
We should go over the brewing process. Look at the state of this! Trudy's Java-matic! Oh, the warranty will be voided for sure! Subterfuge, reckless destruction of apparatus, the complete lack of respect for another person's science? This all reeks of schmecter. I must warn you, the fusion process for the embiggening cocktail is quite loud. It will continue to draw attention from the director's little army. And it will take some time to brew, I'm afraid. We'll need to defend those mixer modules for as long as it takes. If the orcs destroy them, they'll take down the entire system. A prudent suggestion. Strong enough defensive structures around the Java-matic's weak points could buy us the time we need. I have a storage facility not far from here that should be of use in this endeavor. I'll mark its location on your scabby. This might take a bit longer to get you home, but safety first, as I always say. If we can find where they are coming from, we just might uncover a way to stop them. But where? They are a creation of Armament. I suspect they have some sort of facility hidden in the yard. If you can locate it, I think that I can get us inside. I wonder if... No, that can't be it. Perhaps he hid it in there. No, that's far too obvious. Shh, I'm thinking. Maybe, just maybe, he hid it behind the... Ha! Absurd. Who in their right mind would build a lab there? Well, it's not that I think that I have no idea where it is. Sorry. We really should talk.
You're gonna stay there, aren't you? You're not gonna move.
Oh, huh. That's interesting.
This lab should be open.
What's on your mind? We to mix the embiggening cocktail at the Java-matic. Well, that's quite a lot. We really should talk. Where were we? Ah, yes. I must warn you, and it will take some time to... If the orcs destroy them, they'll take down the entire... A prudent suggestion. I have a storage facility. This might take a bit longer to get you home, but safety first, as I always say. For science!
Ah, there it is.
I concur.
I missed the we should get started bit.
Just give me a second to let my eyes adjust to that.
So we've got goodies in here. And goodies in here. One of these rooms has a... stems, I can get that elsewhere. There's supposed to be a connector in here somewhere. That one, just there. The one that I. When you go into a room, make sure you check both sides of the doorway so you can pick it up. Yeah, as you saw, there's quite a lot of stuff. Quite a lot of stuff in that particular room, or those particular rooms. There's still obviously some stuff in there for me to go and get. So, yeah, I'll probably go and do that off camera in a bit. Yeah, I think that's all I've got planned for today. So I don't want to do too much. Or too much more. We'll make sure that that is definitely fully repaired. It's got a crack on it, but it is fully repaired apparently. Basically what I'm going to do is just throw some brick, mushroom brick walls around the top, around the sides. Something a bit like that. Go all the way around. And then I will do a second wall around like that. Then I'm aware that you get bad guys coming from this direction, so there's going to be a wall somewhere along here. Go all the way across to there. There's some bad guys that come up from this spot, so I'll fill that up. Bad guys that come up from this spot. And that gap there. Fill that up with as many brick walls as I can. There are some flyers that come in, so I'm going to put some roofs on there, which is why you end up with that burr. they're expecting you to spend the burr because it's better roofing. Don't know why. Oh, that's why. Yeah, that's an acorn turret though. Yeah. And the crow feathers must be for crow feather roofs. Which again, are probably slightly better than just using some grass. That's my guess. What's there is probably not enough for me to do what I want to do, so I should definitely go and have to make some more. I've probably got not necessarily a day of making mushroom bricks, but it will be an amount of time making some mushroom bricks. I have no space. I can get some of that. Cool. Yeah, I think that's basically going to be it for this particular episode. Yeah, hour and 40 minutes at this point, so it's long enough, I would say. Yeah, so next time I'll do the Java-matic, and then technically finish the game. And then I'll see what time we've got left after doing that mission. If it turns out that I've got loads of time left, then I'll do the rest of the boss fights as part of that. And if not, I will do the boss fights as part of the episode 11. We'll see if it takes me half an hour to do the Java-matic and finish the game and show you the story, then I'll do the rest of the boss fights at that point. Because I want to do those as part of the video side of things. Between
Don't look down! Don't look down!
finishing the game and the next episode, I will progress as much as I can behind the scenes. I'll go and get the rest of the collectibles. That'll be in between episode 10 and 11. And then potentially at the end of episode 11, I will have 100% complete. Or at least enough complete so that I can go through to a new game plus. Oh no, I've got the mixers to do, so that might be episode 12. We'll see. I've got mixers to do, which I want to do on camera, just because they're not complicated, but they're certainly eventful. Yeah, so I think that's probably going to wrap it up for today. These bits I can put away whilst I'm off camera in a minute. But yeah, thank you guys so much recently for watching my videos. I think this is the most amount of video time I've had watched in a long time. And my Grounded episode 1 has the most amount of views on all of my videos so far, so it's really appreciated. It's certainly given me a boost to keep this going. If you've liked today's video, like today's episode, if you're on Twitch, feel free to throw a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, throw some likes and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Again, that will give me some more motivation to keep this going. Apparently we're being harassed by mounts. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your days. Take it easy, guys. I shall see you next time. And goodbye.